Welcome to the kitchen where all our food's a composition. You came to the right place. Get ready for a taste. Please come on into my classroom. We'll cook food until you'll pass through. It's great that you're past the door. Now what are you waiting for? Let's prep for a plethora of meals. You'll surely want to taste of it. So delicious and so surreal. Let's eat to our heart's content. So many dishes, so much time. I'll try yours and you can try mine.
Konbanwa, Jay Kabinov here. Tonight we are going to be going back to the Record of Ragnarok series. We are on round 5, so we will start with the human representative, Raiden Tameemon, who is based off a historical figure of the same name. So the real-life Raiden Tameemon was born in 1767 in Japan. He had such a unique talent for sumo and just unusual physical strength that he actually started taking sumo classes as early as 14. As for the food, we're gonna basically be more inspired by the anime version from Record of Ragnarok, or the manga version. So because we see so many stacks of noodle bowls in his room, and plus his big thing was his muscles, so we're gonna try to do an udon bowl that has a lot of sources of protein in the bowl. So let's begin. So with that introduction out of the way, let's begin.
Hi. Wait. Have you seen my top hat?
Eve, no, I haven't. What's up?
I thought we were going to the circus.
No, that's next week.
No circus.
No, see, I wrote it here. Next week.
No circus peanuts.
No, next week.
No top hat?
No top hat. Next week.
Okay.
Okay, so once again, let's begin. Oh, you're back.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
More appropriate.
So, are we ready to represent round 5?
Hi. So today for our dining pleasure, for our udon, we have shabu shabu beef, green onion, fried tofu with umami ramen seasoning on the fried tofu. Oishii desu. Shiitake mushroom, tofu, green onion garlic. Then we have our store packaged udon, which we are enhancing with these add-ins. And inside of this container is a green onion seaweed topping. This is what you see here. And then your katsuo soup base that you use for your ramen. The other things that we've chosen to enhance are mizukan rice vinegar we use to season the beef with soy sauce, and sesame oil.
So what I'm going here for with Raiden Tameemon, since it was all about muscles and he's a sumo wrestler, I wanted to do things that were a good source of protein. So now we're going to sear the outside of the meat.
And when you're making this meat, sometimes another preparation, if you take a teaspoon of baking soda and a teaspoon of cornstarch, massage it into the meat, it will give you the crispy outside texture, like when you go and eat at Asian restaurants, and you get that texture and the meat's so smooth on the inside. And you want to do that when you marinate it early on. And you want to keep your heat high so that you sear the outside, so that when you put your meat inside of your broth, it doesn't seize up and it still is tender to taste. And here you see we have our prepackaged udon noodles in boiling water to soften and loosen the noodles. After you soften and loosen the noodles for about 2 minutes, let them get pliable. Don't drain your water. Please scoop your noodles out and place them in the bowl, because you will use the boiling water that you use for your noodles. You will use this to create your broth. All right, and for the pre-package, we have what is called katsuo soup base. You can also, if you prefer to make this from scratch and you prefer to buy all your ingredients from your local Asian market, you would get meme, M-E-M-M-I soup base, and dilute it according to the instructions, which will give you katsuo. Most Japanese soup bases are very similar. And once you find the derivative of them that you like, you can play around with the flavor of your udon broth. So what I like to do, the katsuo base, is also start with my base and put little green onion. And this is the time I like to take, while you simmer your broth, add your tofu. So your tofu is tender and flavorful. And those of you who go to the Japanese hibachi restaurant, this is similar to the same broth that you see. A katsuo soup base, the tofu, the green onion, and shiitake. And then we'll turn up the heat on this a little and let this simmer and allow our base to get a little bit more flavor before we serve our noodles. Now at this point, your broth is boiled, your tofu and your shiitake has some seasoning. And so this is the part where you want to remove it from the heat and begin to assemble your udon bowl. Let's bring it once more to the rolling boil, and I'll show you why. So we're gonna move on over to our assembly area and assemble our udon bowls. So we will take fried tofu, shiitake, green, let's get a little beef, green onion. I like fresh green onion, but this is also the point at which you can use your seaweed and green onion topping, but I would do it after adding the broth. And this, in Japan we love a good egg in our ramen or our soup. And you want to take that broth that was just boiling and gently pour it over your egg as you add your broth to your udon. Those of you who are squeamish, who don't like the idea of the egg, it's okay if you avoid the egg. We'll give you a version while this egg sits in the broth. Oops, gomenasai ne. This is a part where we use our dried topping that came in our pre-package. And we decorate. Not much difference, huh?
Not really, but it's okay.
So this is our first presentation of a udon with a protein and raw egg for strong muscles. But we also have second version for those who are egg avoidant. And tofu, beef. My hands are clean. Oh man, shiitake, fresh green onion. And you can see within our lovely broth our chunks of amazing tofu, the little flecks of shiitake, seasoning our broth, and then we will do the same. We'll top our second protein udon bowl with our dried seaweed and onion, and then itadakimasu.